Alright, this guy named Chronic Hiccups, he's been kinda killing it with the RiverCiver coverage lately. I've been, like, tuning in, like, here and there. Like, shout out to Chronic Hiccups. But, yeah, I guess he uploaded a new video called DVD Degenerate Keeps Getting Worse. I have really held back from making RiverCiver content for a little while now. And because it's just the same shit over and over again. It's like, we get it. We know River is not a good guy. Like, he is notoriously known for being involved in doxings. He's extraordinarily edgy. He says a lot of provocative shit. He's, like, trying to do it just to get attention. And I feel like there comes a certain point where the people interacting with it are also kind of at fault. Now, obviously, with the doxing shit and being involved with the spook and juke stuff, that's different. Like, obviously, that's a lot more serious, and you're kind of forced to interact with that. But aside from that, when you see, like, I see people with, like, the most obvious fucking rage bait just interacting with River's content in every way imaginable, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, he obviously wants you to interact with this to some capacity, so, like, why are you, like, bothering to give him that fucking attention? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And none of that is against this Chronic Hiccups person, by the way, just to be clear. He's been doing pretty good with the RiverCiver drama. My only advice, Chronic Hiccups, is if you actually do want to get into making content, I wouldn't typecast yourself into just making RiverCiver content, because the moment River becomes irrelevant, and he will become irrelevant, by the way, it's only a matter of time. Like, he's already on his, like, lolcow path, and he's already in his lolcow arc, and he's fucking constantly just crashing out at people. So he literally is a fucking lolcow at this point. But when he gets more and more irrelevant, I feel like, just focus on other content. That's kind of what I've been doing. Hell, he literally made a stream responding to quote-unquote hit pieces made against him, and he responded to the second video I made about him where I responded to his tweet. It's a whole arc, guys. I'll have every single RiverCiver video I've ever done in the description below if you guys want to actually look at the coverage that I've done on River. So go check all that out if you guys want. But I guess to catch you up to speed a little bit, River made a stream. He gave a bunch of non-criticisms about my video, and he kept pausing it before I actually went into my, like, legitimate criticisms about him. He didn't actually fucking give any meaningful commentary to it whatsoever. He gave, like, just a bunch of non-criticisms, and I made, like, a community post responding to it because I thought, this is not worth a video. It's just boring. And I feel like a lot of the people that are on Twitter that are trying to, like, go into the replies constantly fucking, like, getting, like, him, you know, and constantly trying to, like, show him or whatever, it's like, you guys aren't doing anything. This is what he wants. He wants the engagement. So, like, why do you keep giving it to him? Obviously, there comes a point where when it, like, crosses legal boundaries, like, obviously, RiverCiver has no doubtedly been involved in a lot of doxing situations, and that's fucking terrible. And he actually is, like, fucking himself over with, like, some of the FBI prank calls he's made. Or what was it? The call he made to, like, Scott June's mom after the debate, saying that Scott June does this, this, and this. Scott June was talking to minors or something like that. He was just making up all this shit about Scott June and just, like, doing this, like, weird thing. Like, obviously, like, if I were in Scott June's shoes, obviously, like, you should address that, whether it's publicly, privately, like, do whatever it is you gotta do about that situation. And, like, yeah, but, like, aside from that, when RiverCiver makes, like, the most obvious rage bait, stop fucking interacting with it. Stop fucking, like, responding to it. It's like you're not actually doing anything other than giving him what he wants. So, yeah, that's just my take on that. I don't know, man. This new video came out, though. I guess we're gonna catch up to speed a little bit. I pray to God that this is the last RiverCiver video I make for a really long time. Just overall, like, going into this, because I'm honestly kind of sick of it. I have, like, this is going to be, like, my 6th video on him at this point. So I don't know. Like, unless there's something major that happens, then I'm not, like, saying that this is confirmed, my final video. But it's like, if it's the same shit over and over again, River's doxing, he's doing this, he made a video about these creators, all this shit, like, I just don't care. Like, it's the same song and dance we've been living in for a while now. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm interested in this Chronic Hiccups video. Yeah, let's just see what we have.
RiverCiver's top community members are now abandoning ship in fear of retribution for their participation in a malicious doxing and harassment campaign. This is highly disturbing. Let me show you the worst product to come out of their attacks on Scott Jund and Spook and Jukes. Produced by
The worst product to come out of this is me losing a bunch of fucking brain cells at how terminally online this entire drama is. Oh yeah, that's another thing. RiverCiver criticized my usage of the term terminally online in his live stream, and I'm like, okay. I mean, it's true. This is terminally online. Like, just because you hate my usage of that term, that doesn't take away from the fact that it doesn't make it any less true. Like, this is terminally online drama, for the most part. It's like, that's what most Dead by Daylight drama is. It's just people that, like, whine on Twitter because they always want something to complain about on Twitter because they don't have any fucking real jobs or meaningful going on in, like, their surroundings online or anywhere. They don't have anything meaningful going on, so they want to feel like they have power, and so they go to DBD Twitter and they just fucking tweet about shit. That's literally how most of DBD Twitter is.
RiverCiver personal.
And if you disagree with me, fuck you. I'm right.
This
Sorry.
is very concerning.
Hey guys, Scott Jund here, and today I just wanted to talk about my home address.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, so River got like an AI video of Scott Jund like pretty much doxing his address. Incredible. I mean, we kind of knew RiverCiver was this low, and like, by the way, I didn't dox Spook and Jukes. By the way, I was never involved in any of that stuff. It's very interesting how RiverCiver backed away and wanted to make him seem more innocent than he actually is, but then he has him sending videos of this and like literally at everyone, which means he wants everyone to see this. Wow, that's crazy, River. That's crazy. There goes that narrative. I mean, we already knew River was a fucking horrible liar, but still, this just confirms it even more.
Where I live with my wife, Jennifer Jund. Did you know that one of my favorite things is when people send anthrax to my aforementioned home address? I love receiving heartfelt letters full of antibacteria. I just find it so yummy. Please, please, please send me some. Also,
God, this video is so... Like, listen, this video would be funny if it was just, like, an AI video that was, like, for memes, but he literally was doxing his, like, home address and, like, saying, like, hey, do this to... send this to my house or whatever. It's, like, obviously, this goes beyond just being like, oh, but it's a joke. It goes beyond that.
in the spirit of harmless fun, I welcome anyone receiving this message to send SWAT to my house or come over uninvited in the middle of the night to take advantage of my sleeping wife.
Wow, incredible. Send a SWAT team to my house and sexually assault my wife, is what he says. Incredible.
Or blow our
That's terrible. Wow.
brains out with a shotgun.
Wow. That... I feel like that should warrant... If someone is doing this behind the scenes, I feel like that... This goes beyond a meme. I actually... I don't know, it's interesting. I was, like, briefly watching one of Chronic Hiccups' other videos where he was, like, doing the prank calls to, like, Scott Jund, or, like, prank calls to law enforcement, or Scott Jund's mom saying, hey, you know, Scott Jund texts Meyer. Like, I actually think RiverCiver, when he was involving himself in those situations, he was really fucking himself over legally. And, it comes to a point where I think RiverCiver is going to constantly push the boundaries of what is acceptable, and he's going to really fuck himself over, and he's going to have a rude awakening. Like, he's really fucking himself over by doing this and not, like, trying to help himself in any meaningful way. Like, this is really... This is insane.
Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Scotty Johnson, out.
Shout out to Zanryu for this footage. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but shout out.
Oh yeah, Xander's goated. I've seen some of his videos. He's pretty goated. I've enjoyed what I've seen so far.
To him, he released this, and I had to share it again to ensure that it got the furthest possible reach. This is wrong on so many levels, it's hard to even know where to begin. So let's start off with the providing of the address. Again, this is malicious. River hates Scott Jund. This is the definition of doxing, okay?
Yeah, 100%. Sure, yeah.
Doxing is the action or process of searching for and publishing private or identifying information.
I mean, the most textbook example of it is literally leaking someone's address or showing a picture of their house. Those are two textbook examples of it, and River did the former. So, yeah, not good.
Your address, your full name, your wife's full name, this is identifying information. And it's typically done with malicious intent, which we know. River was deeply hurt by Scott Jund.
No, Chronic Hiccups, don't you know he was just doing it as a meme? It was just a joke, Chronic Hiccups. Don't you know that? Oh, no. It's terrible stuff, man. That's why his butt buddy, Evil Shrimp in the Discord, who constantly sucks his dick even though he gets cut off like several... He's gotten cut off like several times by RiverCiver and ostracized by RiverCiver several times. But Evil Shrimp constantly takes him back because, I don't know, I guess he just has low dating standards, I suppose. Or I guess low friends with benefit standards. I don't know, however you guys want to look at it. Yeah, he just has Evil Shrimp in the Discord letting him know how easy it is to dox people. But, oh, I didn't technically dox anyone. I just showed you how easy it is to dox somebody. Got it. Cool.
Emotionally, he was. So we know River did this. He did it to harm Scott Jund, and this is extremely identifying information again. River is even dragging Scott's wife in this situation, who is totally unrelated to the drama between them.
And also Scott's mom as well, I'm pretty sure, because of the leaked phone call that I saw earlier, yeah.
So every time you hear River moan about, my public information, just refer back to this. Now, interestingly enough, his highest members are terrified that they're going to get doxxed, and I'm just left wondering why. It's just public information.
Okay, let me read these. Sandwatch, maybe they scared Dexter. Oh, is it the Dexter Morgan gaming person? Yeah, he comes into my comments every now and then. He seems pretty chill from what I've seen. You know, like we've talked in like YouTube comments sections before. I'm pretty sure, didn't he get like swatted and doxxed by like fucking River before? And I think he's one of the very few people that River actually blocked on Twitter, which is not a very easy accomplishment to do. So, hey, Dex, I know you're going to be watching this, Dexter Morgan Gaming. You're watching this, shout out to you, brother. How many people have left now? I remember the server being, having more members. Sandwatch, I don't know, but I know now, he says now, he didn't spell no right, a few mods and people close with the community left, and someone who was about to get level 60 but left. Damn, even River's most loyal people are fucking, like, being like, nah, I'm piecing the fuck out of this shit. Like, River is, like, pushing the boundaries, and that's probably a smart thing to do. Listen, I don't know why you gravitated to River to begin with. After seeing, like, once I saw all the fucking shit in him knowingly being a liar and him not actually giving a shit about what he talks about, that's when I kind of, like, clocked out a bit. At first, I actually thought River, like, kind of made sense because we needed someone pushing back against the DBD community. I've said this before. I'm not a huge fan of the DBD community, and I'm all for people pushing back against a lot of bullshit narratives that go on in the DBD community. I generally agreed with that at first, but after seeing what River does, he, in my opinion, is just as bad as the rest of them. He's just as whiny. He's another side of the same coin. I mean, honestly, he's worse at this point. Like, he's not even, like, just as bad. He's actually worse, because he, like, escalates it to, like, doxing. So, at first it was just as bad, but now it's, like, he's even worse. Because it just goes beyond terminally online drama. And now we'll never know what level 60 is named. I don't think we want to know. Avanix. When did people start leaving? Was it after the Scott beef or later than that? I'm more curious as to why people start leaving. Supposedly the doxing.
Bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder why people think, oh, wow, revealing someone else's personal information online is beyond what goes beyond the norms. It's so funny. Evil Shrimp and, like, RiverCiver, like, constantly virtue signaled about how bad it was to dox quote-unquote innocent people, but then will be completely fine when it comes to, like, Spook and Jukes and Scott June. They'll be completely fine when it's that. But then Evil Shrimp's like, oh, I'm not doxing anybody. I'm just showing you how to do it. Cool. Got it, bro. I'm so glad you can meaningfully split hairs on this topic and, like, try to remove all responsibility from yourself, fucking idiot. Like, Evil Shrimp pretends to be, like, smarter than other people. He's not. He's a fucking moron. He's an actual fucking loser. And he's just some weird guy online that just, like, wants to be edgy. But he's a loser. He doesn't actually give a fuck. He doesn't care.
You might have some AI videos made of you requesting people to come essay your mother, but that's just a joke, bro. So if it's just a funny meme to these guys, why are they breaking into panic attacks en masse and leaving the community in a mass exodus? They thought this was just an edgy joke, but the idea of it is keeping them up at night.
No, but you see, Chronic Hiccups, them scaring other people in the Discord is part of the joke, though. You don't understand, though. It's scaring people into thinking they could actually get doxxed. That's just a joke. It's just humor. It's meant to make people laugh. Haha.
Not to mention, this video is not just River giving out Scott's information, doxing him. I think this falls under incitement of violence. River suggests swatting him in the video.
Yeah, like I said, RiverCiver, like, every single time he tries to push the boundary, he's really fucking himself over legally. Like, he's really fucking up so badly. And I feel like if he continues to push that boundary, it's only a matter of time before law enforcement takes notice and he, like, fucks himself over in such a way that he can't reverse. And he's gonna, like, listen, if people tie his real name to his RiverCiver account at all, and I know some people were already doing it, they were trying to dox his first and last name, which, by the way, I don't support that, by the way. I don't support doxing his first and last name. Two wrongs, for the most part, two wrongs don't make a right, alright? Like, don't fucking try to like, I condemn doxing on both sides. You know, for the most part, it's happening from RiverCiver's circle, though. So that's, like, obviously the bigger point of conversation. But, like, you don't want to stoop to a level because that doesn't make you any better. It makes you just as bad, and it also, like, kind of goes to show you don't seem to care about what you advocate for, right? You have to be consistent, like, everywhere. You can't just be, you can't just allow doxing in one instance but not condemn it in every other instance. You know, you have to be consistent.
He suggests multiple ways to inflict great bodily harm on him and his wife, and even suggests SAing his wife, which, again, I can't stress this enough. She's got nothing to do with this drama, and this drama is...
Jesus Christ, did Scott June get an A on that essay?
So petty.
Sorry, that was inappropriate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a really, really inappropriate joke.
And River is so sensitive, but we'll get into that later. If the AI video was just him saying, "Hi, I'm Scott Jund, and I love getting pegged," that would be a meme. It would be a bad meme, but it'd be a meme.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, this goes beyond just like a meme. This is like a really fucking gross doxing situation. It's very nasty.
This is very different. This is a video which provides you ideas on how to execute violence and gives you the means to do so. Here's where he's at. Here's where he lives. If a RiverCiver fan showed up and murdered Scott Jund and his wife, do we really think a court of law wouldn't determine that this production of his was not inciting violence? Of course.
Sure, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Like I said, RiverCiver's really implicating himself in, like, bigger crimes than anyone can comprehend, I would say.
It's inciting violence, especially with the context of RiverCiver's hatred for Scott Jund.
He's just mad that he lost the debate. Like, he lost the debate with Spook and Jukes, and now he went after Spook and Jukes constantly, and then he lost the debate with Scott June, and now he's, like, having his fucking crash out. And, like, I watched the whole conversation where it's, like, a gooning session pseudo-therapy shit or whatever, and now it's just, like, RiverCiver's just crashing out. He's, like, constantly taking L's over and over again, and now he's, like, he's just crashing out now. So, yeah, this guy, it's just like, I don't know. I think there comes a point where we just need to let River fade into irrelevance. If there is anything illegal happening, like doxing, inciting violence, doing anything that's against the law, obviously, like, report it to law enforcement, let authorities handle it. Do what you gotta do, right? Like, do what you gotta do. Like, if he really fucks up to, like, such a high magnitude, then do what you gotta do. But otherwise, like, most of the shit he does is rage bait. We have to stop interacting with RiverCiver. Like, I know I'm making content off of it because this new video came out, and listen, don't get me wrong, it's fun to goon to the slop. I loved making slop drama videos. That's my main content. And River kind of enjoys a lot of it too. And like as much as he can claim that he's not a slop drama channel, he absolutely is a slop drama channel. As much as he doesn't want to claim to be, more than half of his videos and more than half the videos that are drama slop videos are his best content that has happened when he is in the DBD space. Like, no one's actually gives a fuck about like his top 10 killers thing or whatever. Like, no one cares about that, River. Like, they care because you fucking started and blew your name up through controversy. You know, all publicity is good publicity to River.
The violence doesn't need to occur. This is incitement of violence. Not just incitement, but instructions on how to carry it out, how to get to his home. River's giving us the means here.
Sure, and I'm sure the court of law would implicate that to some extent. Now, would they actually do anything about it? That's a whole different story. I mean, if you want to go down, like, the legal rabbit hole, there's, like, a whole can of worms that, like, can come from that.
And once upon a time, these guys had a moral stance on doxing Spook and Jukes on the basis that his community doxed people from his TTV videos. Now, I think this logic is bad, but we have something to work with here. There's some moral substance to this. It's eye for an eye. Then how do we explain the vicious harassment of Scott Jund? This fake AI video inciting violence, calling his mother and asserting Scott as a pedophile, constantly bullying and ridiculing him and his community, Scott John never doxed anyone. So the attacks have been unbelievably disproportionate. So if not eye for an eye, why? I'll explain this very simply. It's because River is a snowflake.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, River claims to not be offended. I swear, it's always the motherfuckers that say, like, how dare you get offended by words that will always be the first to cry whenever you say some mean shit to them. Or when you say mean shit about their mother. I mean, it's just words at the end of the day, right? If I decide to say your mother is a fucking horrible bitch, like, I don't know, like, those are just words at the end of the day, right? By that logic, you shouldn't get offended by that. And RiverCiver strikes me as the person who probably wouldn't care if someone insulted his mother. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, RiverCiver doesn't strike me as someone who would give a shit about that. But there are a lot of motherfuckers who would, who says, oh, but, like, words are just words at the end of the day. How could you get offended by words or whatever? But a lot of those motherfuckers tend to be offended when you insult their mother. They're like the easiest to crack when it comes to that. So, like, I don't know, like, RiverCiver is, I guess, an outlier in that case. He doesn't strike me as the kind of person who would love his own mother. I don't know. I just get that feeling. Maybe you guys get that feeling as well. Who knows?
Right? The reason he's producing material like this, engaging in harassment and doxing campaigns, is very simple. Scott Jund hurt his feelings. That's really what happened. Scott Jund called him stupid. He called him an incel, and worse yet, he beat the master debate bro in a debate. River looks really, really stupid. I mean, just take a look at this.
I gotta concede a lot of this shit. I feel like I kind of, like, this is like such a cuck chair thing to say for me, but I almost feel like I owe you an apology. Like, I still don't like your content and shit, but I actually don't know what the fuck I was smoking when writing this.
Also, by the way, can I just say, like, RiverCiver, bro, you gotta get a haircut. This is him in real life, apparently. Also, by the way, when RapidMade posted RiverCiver on Twitter, like, he, I didn't know that was the case at first. Like, I first heard about it on the fucking, like, was it, like, the pseudo-therapy session that they had, like, River and Scott did. I first heard about it there, and then when I actually saw the tweet, I was like, okay, RapidMane, this is fucking immature as fuck. Like, what are you doing? Like, dude, you're a fucking Twitch partner, and, like, you are, like, I don't know, man. Like, this is so immature. Like, what are you doing? It's like, why are you even engaging with the slop, dude? Like, come on. I don't know. But anyway, like, listen, I can get away with it because my content is drama slop, but you, like, you're held to a higher standard, so fuck you, bud. I'm just kidding, but, like, I don't know, still, I thought it was a little bit immature. It's like, come on, bro, what are you doing? I don't think he's a bad person for it, but, like, still. Anyways, River in the cuck chair, he's really, pulling off an iDubbbz, it seems. Damn. I guess you took one out of iDubbbz's book. You decided to become edgy, and then you inevitably go down the cuck pipeline. Damn. Really tragic stuff. Dreadful.
Script, like,
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm really...
Whoa, Chronic Hiccups, are you making fun of his stuttering? That's kind of ableist of you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't care that much.
Sorry.
Not that I don't care about people being ableist. Like, obviously being ableist is a bad thing, but it's like, I'm not going to purity test Chronic Hiccups because I think purity test... we already have a lot of purity testing in the Dead by Daylight community. I'm just, like, fucking over it.
I owe you an apology. I'm really sorry. This is River, okay? This is the state of this human being. It's hard to believe, right? To see anyone quite this pathetic. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be in a cuck chair, but let me apologize. River says...
Damn, that's crazy. RiverCiver is a cuck in the cuck chair, and he's pathetic, and yet somehow Evil Shrimp still fucking got on his knees and arched all the way fucking down for River in the bed. That's crazy work, Evil Shrimp. Damn, that's a testament to, like, tears of patheticness. Holy.
He's never lost a debate to these emotional droids. His intellect surpasses, you know, primal human emotion. But here we see him getting absolutely dog-walked and groveling at Scott's feet. That's what he's doing. He's on his hands and knees groveling at his feet. It's very sad.
Incredible stuff.
I mean, I feel
it's very sad. I think I'm going to cry, man. I'm going to cry harder than, like, the ending to Green Mile. I'm going to have, like, fucking bitch tears coming down my face.
Very sorry for this guy. And then look at this. Let's see some more.
I can admit that I fucked up. Like, this is actually, I can't deny it. You just presented, like, shit. Like, I didn't know about a lot of this stuff, though. I didn't know
That's
about,
okay. That's fair.
a lot of stuff with the true. I also don't know. This is just a W for you. Like, I honestly don't even know what.
Dude, this is honestly insane, bro. River, how can you say you won both debates, but then, like, completely fucking hand your ass to Scott June like that? You literally gave him a win. You might as well have played Plants vs. Zombies and then not planted any plants and just, like, fucking destroyed all your lawnmowers. You just let the zombies walk in and eat your fucking brains. That's exactly what you did to Scott June here.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'm
Whoa! Chronic Hiccups is being ableist again. That's crazy work, dude.
I'm completely brain dead. For some reason, I can't get my mouth to stop moving. Yeah, I don't know shit again. I'm medically brain dead, so this is just...
Whoa!
It's a W for you. What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
I don't know, man. That's, maybe he's a... You know what I think? This might be a conspiracy theory. I think RiverCiver might be a... Has anyone ever played Fallout New Vegas? There's a DLC called Old World Blues, and one of the main enemies you fight in that game is called the Lobotomite. I think RiverCiver is a Lobotomite from, like, another timeline, possibly in a timeline where the entire world was nuked and we're living in fucking Fallout, and we're at the Big Empty. That's the facility of Fallout New Vegas. And RiverCiver was just an escaped lobotomite that decided to get into content creation. Geometry Dash didn't work. He had a bad reputation there. TF2 didn't work. I guess some people looked at RiverCiver's TF2 content and was like, oh, wow, what the fuck is this? And so finally he got into Dead by Daylight and he realized that this was a thing he could take on. Because the Dead by Daylight community is not really drama slop. There's a lot of slop you can do. There's a lot of slop to cover. And I might cover some more of it potentially in the future. I just haven't really gotten around to it. But, like, he decided this is, like, a perfect thing to do. And for a while it worked, but then once people realized how much of a fucking facade River put up and he doesn't actually live up or care about his own values, and he's actually a very shit person who engages in doxing and falsely accuses people of being pedophiles, like Scott June and Jane Romero, and then he'll, like, even though he himself has dog whistled that Dr. Disrespect was not a bad guy, and then he'll, like, say stuff like, you know, age of consent should be lowered, which is kind of fucking crazy because in America, we already have a pretty low age of consent anyways, so, like, RiverCiver says he wants to lower that even further. That's kind of fucking crazy work, River. I don't know. That's a bit of a tough take to have. But, okay. It's all jokes at the end of the day, right? It's all edgy jokes at the end of the day?
This is DBD's Ben Shapiro. Look at him. He's a complete fucking disaster.
That's an insult to Ben Shapiro. At least Ben Shapiro can debate as much as I don't fucking agree with anything he says.
Dude, I honestly feel like you kind of owned me. Like,
This was the best, most articulate...
Damn, where'd you learn that one from? Evil Shrimp, River?
intelligent point made in any of the debates between these two. This is River's jam when it comes to his debate career. River is completely right.
Damn, looks like Destiny has competition. That's tough, bro.
He did get owned. There's no debating that. So that was Ben Shapiro's best point of the night, of probably any debate he's ever had ever.
Hey, you can't do Ben Shapiro dirty like that. Like I said, at least Ben Shapiro can actually debate, even if you think he's not a good person or he's, like, advocates for a lot of shit things.
Unfortunately, it does cause him to lose his title of Supreme Debater, who has never been defeated by these emotional droids, but at least he was right for once. So this is the reason River has doxed, harassed, and incited violence against Scott Jund.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his crash out period. He's in his low-cal period. Yeah, and I think we as content creators and we as community members, I'm not really a community member of the Dead by Daylight community. I used to be. I'm not anymore because fuck that community. But I think we just gotta let River fade into irrelevance. Let him fucking yap. And if he doxes people, if he does anything illegal, handle it. But otherwise, just fucking, like, stop engaging with him. It's not productive. Let's, like, actually just let him fade to irrelevance. You know what I mean? Like, I was already reluctant to make this video, but I was curious about what Chronic Hiccups had to say about this. So it's, you know.
You know, Scott Jund called him stupid. He called him an incel. River humiliated himself on the debates. And it's because Scott Jund hurt his feelings. And River is a giant snowflake. There is no eye for an eye here. There's only River's fragile ego. Scott Jund never doxed anyone, okay? He clearly struggles with deep insecurities. River lost a debate, was called a few names, so he produces a video with an address and ideas for killing Scott Jund and his wife. I mean, how the fuck do you get here from being called stupid and an incel if you're not extremely insecure? How do you make it to this point? And
I don't know. You just got to remember, it's just jokes at the end of the day.
again, killing his wife who has nothing to do with DBD. I mean, that's how much he hates Scott Jund. He's bringing his wife's full name into it and suggesting people SA her.
Yeah, I mean, that is obviously very crazy work. That's fucking insane. I mean, it's like, I don't know how River... Listen, I don't know how River would feel if someone brought up, like, his sister, because I know RiverCiver mentioned he had a sister. If someone brought up his sister or brought up his mom or whatever and say, like, hey, you know, people should go SA them or whatever. I mean, listen, I don't know if RiverCiver actually cares about his family that much. He might just be like, I don't know, he might just be some weird fucking unhinged lunatic or whatever that like just doxes people, I guess.
And you know, again, this is why he called Scott Jund's mother and said he was a pedophile. It's because River is the most...
I don't think he quite said it like that, by the way. He definitely insinuated it. I mean, he said Scott Jund liked minors. I mean, like, pedophiles are for, like, prepubescent children. I don't think he quite said it like that, but it's still, like, the implication is, like, when you hear someone talking to minors, like, you insinuate and you immediately go to pedophile, so I can see why you, like, went to that conclusion. But I don't think he, like, quite said it like that. It's still really bad, though. It's still, like, a very serious allegation, like, regardless.
Fragile, sensitive little man in the DBD community. He ridicules other people for being snowflakes. They love the term snowflakes. But he truly takes the cake.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the person that points out how, like, so sensitive everyone else is and how everyone's hurt by words that, like, gets the most offended by words. I mean, I brought this up earlier in the video. Like, listen... I don't know, man. Like, RiverCiver, like, gets so offended whenever people fucking own him in the debate or say that he gets owned in a debate. I mean, he was so offended by my videos. I was a fucking nobody when I first covered RiverCiver. I was a literal nobody, and he decided to tweet about it because he just got that offended at it. And it shows that he cared enough to tweet about it because he has such a fragile ego.
Even the smallest slights against his glaring insecurities cause him to enter into a rage. He needs to track you down. He needs to produce videos about ways to kill you.
Apparently, like, RiverCiver... I think I watched RiverCiver stream when he was responding to the hit piece videos. He thinks that, like, I'm worse, that I was worse. He said, like, because I was, after the Chronic Hiccups videos. And so he says, like, the next person we're going to get into, there's a person we're going to get into later that's, like, much worse than this guy. And I'm like, God damn, River. Did I really fucking strike a nerve with you that much?
You. Whatever River is insecure about, whether it's his voice, his intelligence, his appearance...
What does he have to be insecure about? I don't actually think RiverCiver is a bad-looking dude. He might look like a lobotomite just a little bit, but that doesn't mean you're ugly. I don't know, man. It's like... And also, clearly, RiverCiver is... he could use his... potential to become smarter, better as a person, but instead he decided to use it to go fucking dox a bunch of people and to be involved in it, saying the N-word in his Discord server. He, like, has all these edgy takes. He thinks that age of consent should be lowered. That's a real tweet that he's had historically, you know, and he dog whistled that Dr. Disrespect is not that bad of a guy. Like, he just is very... I don't know, man. It's like, I feel like he's, like, with the big channel that he had before getting into the Dead by Daylight community, and he pretends, like, I just started Dead by Daylight content. I'm already, like, you know, at this point where I'm doing very well view-wise. Dude, shut the fuck up. Your channel was big before you got into Dead by Daylight, alright? Like, I don't want to hear it. Shut up. Like, fuck you, dude. But, like, why does River... Like, I don't know. Why did you spend the potential that you had to do what you're doing now? I don't know. You could have given a lot of criticism to the community with, like, meaningful pushback. Because I think the community definitely needed it. But you decided to go on this path. And that's, I guess, cool beans. Not really.
Whatever it is, I don't know. But it's clear that there is something very deeply wrong with him. So yeah, his community is leaving en masse out of...
Some of them took part in it. It's just strange. Maybe they're scared Dexter is going to dox them. What, did Dexter dox anybody? I don't know if the Dexter Morgan gaming person doxed anybody. I could be wrong that maybe they did. I don't fucking know. I haven't seen any proof of it, so what do you want me to do? Like, spread information that they dox people?
A fear that someone will do to them as they did to others. Apparently doxing isn't nearly as funny when it happens to you. It's public information, bro. Stop being a little pussy, okay?
True.
Okay? But doxing is bad, though. Never do it. This video is just an edgy meme to River and his buddies. I wonder if they'd be wiping away tears of laughter if someone posts a video with their mother's address, asking her to be essayed.
Well, I guess they'd be wiping away the tears from River's sister and River's mother once they get doxed. I'm not, by the way, that's not a dog whistle that you should dox River, by the way. Don't fucking do that. Again, if you dox River, you're just as bad as he is, alright? Just being clear. You're stooping to that level when you shouldn't. It's not good. Don't do any fucking doxing attempts.
Do you think River would slap his knee and let out a hearty chuckle? Oh, a video of my mother's address and me requesting she be SA'd is so edgy and so fucking funny. When an AI video of him asking someone to strangle his mother comes out, would that be funny? For some reason, I doubt it. Now, I would like River to come out.
I honest to God, don't think River would care. I don't think River would care if, like, somebody came out with a video and it was, like, insulting his mother and, like, an AI video of River saying, yeah, do this, this, and this to my mother. I don't think River would care. Like, deep down, I feel like River would just look at that and go, oh, okay, good try, droid. I destroyed you with facts and logic on Twitter. Next, he'd be, like, very, like, terminally online on Twitter about it.
And say he stands on that video he produced, that he thinks it's funny, that he thinks it's okay. And just so he stays morally consistent if something similar happens to him. But for some reason, I feel like he'd have a big problem with it. I think he'd be very concerned. But still, don't do that, okay? Do not dox River. Do not dox his family. I can't condemn that enough. Never do it. Makes you as bad as them.
True. I've had the same take.
I'm just trying to make a point about his hypocrisy and his malice. Either way, I'm so glad I was able to share more information on DBD's most precious snowflake. Every time you leave a like and you comment and you subscribe, River puts a hole in his drywall. He hates to see people watching my videos. He hates to see...
I thought he put, like, another hole in Evil Shrimp, dude. Who knows how many holes Evil Shrimp has at this point. And fucking Evil Shrimp still goes back to him every time RiverCiver bans him from the Discord. Evil Shrimp still comes crawling back every time. Because he's got low standards for dating and friends with benefits. Or, I guess, wherever the fuck they go to. I don't know.
People liking them. So make sure you do that, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, thanks, Chronic Hiccups. I appreciate it, brother.
Dude, I honestly feel like you kind of owned me. Like, dude, I honestly feel like you kind of owned me. Like, dude.
Oh, is this the outro? Oh, okay, this is the outro. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I don't want to fucking do RiverCiver content as much anymore. I'm trying, I don't know, I was very reluctant to even, like, make this video, but this video is interesting. It's just, like, a sum up of where we are at so far, and it's kind of a slow drama day, so fuck it.